Hey everyone, what is going on? So I finally got it, dude. It was long overdue, but I got the iPhone 6s in the house and we're just gonna look at it, how it holds up in 2018. Now I do apologize, dude. I was supposed to get this phone like years ago and I never did, but I finally got one. And actually this is one of two iPhones that I never got. The 8 Plus is the other one, but I've had every single other iPhone except the 8 Plus. Now the body, I'm sure it's familiar with a lot of you guys. You know, I'm sure every single one of you guys have seen one by now. The cool thing is that I got the rose gold one. I freaking love this color. I always imagine like a half black and half rose gold thing, like black on the front, rose gold on the back. That's like my dream iPhone, but I don't think they're ever gonna make one. There's a 4.7-inch screen up front, nothing outstanding. It's the same as the iPhone 8, so it's really strange they never really updated the screen that much, but I guess it's a good thing too. It's the same resolution, same everything as the iPhone 8. There's a 5 megapixel camera up front. It's pretty good still, I'm not gonna lie. There's also a 12 megapixel back camera. It's a very good camera, you know, I love it. It can shoot 4K videos, which is awesome. And there's also tons of other options. But is it as good as the iPhone 10s? No, it's not that good. But honestly, like if you're comparing the two side by side, I don't think you're going to be able to notice that much of a difference. The main difference I can think of right off the top is the iPhone 6s does not have portrait mode, but basically all the newer iPhones do. But the cool thing is this one still supports the headphone jack. This was the last iPhone to have a headphone jack, so if you still want it, the iPhone SE is the other new one, but you know, if you still want a headphone jack, this is a nice iPhone to get. Booting up the screen, we have the latest version of iOS and it's still getting updates. It's probably going to get updates for another 2 years or so. It's probably going to get iOS 13, depending on if the iPhone 5s gets iOS 12, but I do see this getting at least iOS 13, maybe iOS 14 if we're lucky. And iOS 11 is pretty good on it. You know, it's really not that great on most devices, most iOS devices, but you know, it's not that bad. Performance-wise, it has an Apple A9 chip. It's not that bad. It has a dual core processor and 2 gigs of RAM. This was actually the first iPhone with 2 gigabytes of RAM, and they kind of future-proofed it there. I'm glad they put 2 gigs instead of just keeping the 1 gig there. Really, this thing doesn't seem that slow, and you know, the performance and everything is still very good. I had the iPhone 6s Plus as my daily driver like maybe a couple months ago, and that was a very good phone. And now I switched to the 7 Plus, but even then I barely noticed a difference between the two. Now this phone was affected with the battery slowdown. It doesn't really seem like it affected my phone that much, but I am going to install the beta on this. Once the next beta comes out, I'll actually review it. So I'll finally be able to put the iPhone 6s on this channel. I know a lot of you guys were telling me to get it, so I finally got it. Gaming is also very good, you know. Like I said, iOS 11 kind of is making it kind of difficult for a lot of games to run, but once iOS 12 comes out, I feel like that's going to change a lot. Apparently they're going to focus more on performance, so it's only going to get better, I think. But you know, obviously the games run perfectly fine. Casual games are perfectly good, but heavier intense games run good as well, but there are a few skipped frames. You know, there's nothing crazy. It's completely playable, and you know, personally, if I had to play a game on this, it would not matter. Like, I would not complain about it at all. Really, my main problem with owning this phone right now is the battery life. It's 1,715 milliamp hours, and since the battery has degraded a little bit, it's not as good as it was. But guess what? Apple is doing their $29 replacement, so I would highly suggest for you doing that. And if you don't want to, you know, go into the Apple Store, whatever, you can also get the Apple battery case that they sell. I'll leave a link in the description. It's like an Apple official thing. That's like the #1 accessory I would suggest if you're getting a phone this size, because the battery life is really the main problem with it, but you can always extend it by getting the case. So is the iPhone 6s still worth it in 2018? Of course it is. Like, I think personally, this is the best value iPhone out there. It's super fast, super reliable, and it's not expensive at all. You can get a certified refurbished one on Amazon for not that much and you'll be set, dude. Like, you'll be set for years. I'll leave some links in the description for some iPhone 6s that I would highly recommend you getting, because even if they are used, they still have a bit of warranty on them, so I would suggest you getting them in the links below. Plus it helps the channel. But guys, that is my take on it. If you guys have a different opinion or you have questions or answers or anything, leave that down in the comment section below. I'll be reading all of your comments. I read every single comment, so hit the like button as well. That means so much. Subscribe if you are new. If you're watching my videos, you're not subscribed, that literally kind of hurts my feelings because I want to know what I'm doing wrong. So check the links out in the description as well. My music is and everything is down in the description, so check those out. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys, and hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.